and the I'd say 25% of intelligent beings in America, but the majority of them are not too bright. And since guns are illegal there, and it's so easy to get them, pretty soon it's just going to be another civil war, but it's going to be for survival rather than ideologies. It's going to be very interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to it. But I've lost so many topics talking. I mean, I'm quite the scatterbrain. That's it, the scatterbrain. I have pieces of me all over the place. Like I have blueprints. I've been drawing up like this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? That is a time machine. Yes, it is a time machine. Some people thought that time travel was not possible, but I assure you, it is very possible. Oh God, I can't believe I still did this. Yes, what I did, in fact, this is not a recently made mask either. I tested out this device with a monkey, my pet monkey, whose name is Jerusalem. I named him after Jerusalem, which is probably my favorite city of all. And, oh, does it still even exist, I wonder? Because I went to Jerusalem, too, you see. I didn't go there, it was the monkey. Jesus, what am I talking about? It feels like I went with there because I strapped this sort of, video camera on his head. And, I sent him back to the ancient times and got this mask made out of bronze. It is a bronze mask, and I painted it up a little because, you know, I have spare time, and I like to do some arts and crafts once in a while, just kind of get in touch with myself and take a little break from being evil. Evil! Evil! Okay, I'm not evil, I'm not evil. I like doing a lot of things, but evil is probably not one of my main things, because I don't know what evil is, you know. I'm just me. I'm just me, man. I've been influenced by a lot of people, and that's basically everybody. I'm not original. I'm just a person, and I do what I like, and I do what I please, do what I wilt. As in Aleister Crowley once said. He was a very wise man. He was a bit of a druggie, but, you know, who hasn't done a fair share? I mean, honestly, no, I've never shot morphine before, and he was a big fan of morphine. Yeah, I'm not really into the whole, numbing my body. I'm more into the alternate mind state / feeling really good and jittery, and, that's why I'm kind of drinking coffee right now, and, oh, you know what would be very interesting for me if I actually got if I would actually bring this device, because I've lost so many topics right now, I don't really give a shit if I just move on to a completely new one. It's okay. If anybody on the island, on Vancouver Island, I will admit that this is where my home base is. I've made it on one of the beautifulest places is a fucking term, I swear to God. Beautifulest? It's more beautiful than the goddamn wastelands of Saskatchewan, which is where I developed my madness and my hatred for humanity. But if anybody who lives on Vancouver Island is familiar with the event Superfriends, I do admit I despise the name because I would prefer Supervillain. But if anybody's going to Super Friends 4 and has been to Super Friends 3, Super Friends 2, or Super Friends even 1, the original, I only went to 3. That is 3. I'm everywhere. I mean, you know, I want to make sure that you see my fingers, okay? I went there last year, and I have to admit it was the best time I ever had. I mean, it was the first time I ever candy flipped, I believe is the term. I went with my good companion. I shouldn't say companion, he was more of an associate, because we did do some pretty heinous evil things together. He wasn't just like somebody I knew, he was more of a business partner, if you catch my drift, but he was the man who had told me about all of these substance combinations. I mean, there's hippie flipping, which I believe is psilocybin mushrooms, mixed with, LSD, I think, is what what is it called? I was trying to come up with an entire name because I want to be scientific, but I cannot remember it. But candy flip is methylene dioxymethamphetamine, which is MDMA, if nobody knew. And this brings up one topic. I want to clear this out of the way. If anybody knows of MDMA and believes that there is not methamphetamine inside of it, you are a fool! What do you think the MA at the end of MDMA stands for? It is meth. It is methamphetamine. It's methylene dioxymethamphetamine, okay? The good feel drug and the drug, okay? Mixed together creates MDMA, which creates the drug. And ecstasy is just MDMA cut with probably crack or more meth or I don't know, baking soda, whatever people decide to use. Anyway, it's that mixed with acid. That is what candy flipping is. And it was the first time I ever took MDMA, and I have to say that it was like the best time ever. It was my second time taking acid, but it was the it wasn't really a it was a more intense acid, because the acid I took the first time was a bit of a letdown. I mean, I felt something, but it was more like mild mushrooms as opposed to me seeing lizards and ghosts pop out. You know, I didn't get that this time though. I didn't get it at Superfriends either, but it was just a great night. I mean, I danced the night away. I saw some beautiful people, and it really put some hope back into my heart, seeing all of these wonderful people at this event, who I understood just wanted the same thing. They just wanted to have a good time. And when you're on drugs like acid and MDMA, your main priority is making sure that everybody else is having a good time, you know? And when everybody has that experience... Ow! Sorry. I just banged my knee against the desk. When everybody has that experience... Body chair! That means that everybody's going to have a good time from everybody. At least most of the time. I mean, sometimes there are people who are drunk and who are just obnoxious, but they're forgiven. Because, you know, when you're at a party and you're drinking and you're on alcohol, it's much different. As opposed to if you're on a mind-altering, feel-good drunk, you know? You kind of just rowdy and up and you're like, oh damn, I want to get some asshole. But this is different. For me. Anyway, if anybody's going to Superfriends 4, that is 4, I would like you to do yourself a favor and, well, just make sure that you recognize this mask, because I'm going to be there too. And I don't think I'll be bringing along too many associates and affiliates. I do hope to have a ride there, because unfortunately my hover car is out of commission, and I have yet to master my teleportation device. And also I don't know the location yet, because the thing that they do is that they don't give out the location until the night of the party, so that the cops don't kind of like bust the place, you know? I hate the cops. But that's my right to say that. I have a right as a citizen, and yes, I'm a citizen. I'm not an illegal immigrant. If anybody of you want to debate on that, you can have my birth certificate. For a second, you can look at it and say, oh, that's legit, and then you can give it back to me, because I kind of need it for my next plan. I plan on selling my citizenship for $1 million, and then I plan on gaining some Australian citizenship and then moving to Australia, perhaps. It was always my dream to move to Australia. It's a lot nicer place. It's hotter, and they have crabs and lobsters and nature. I mean, BC is amazing. I mean, I love British Columbia. It's just that I've always wanted to go to Australia, and if I were to live there, and who knows what's going to happen with Canada now that Harper is in the government. I mean, for seriously. So what I'd rather do is move to Australia and sell my citizenship here in Canada for $1 million, take my $1 million, move to Australia, and then just live a happy life there. Maybe, I don't know, start up a boating franchise where I sail people around, and it'll be called, whatever my name is yet. I haven't really decided on my villain name. You know, it's so hard to decide on a villain name. But, it has something to do with Aztecs, I'm sure about that. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'll stop this blog, I'll come up with a good name, and then I will return with a different blog perhaps another day, because I don't want to burn all my juices, you know? And I do have some diabolical plans which I need to work on, so yes. I hope you enjoyed my ranting. I don't know how many minutes it's been, like 40, 30, 20, I have no idea. But I will see you at Superfriends. God bless something. God bless me. God bless you. God bless the people. Don't bless countries because they don't exist. If you didn't know that, if you ever drawn a line in the sand and then said, this is my side, this is your side, that is essentially what a country is, except it's developed beyond things that you can do to change it. I mean, the laws inhibit your ability to change the countries. I mean, you can't make your own country. That's just, you can't do it. Anyway, see you at Superfriends.